the first season. What was it like to coach females as opposed to males?
Well, it's a little bit better than coaching men a little bit because women kind of get it. They're older, even at the younger ages. So some of the things you go over in coaching, running a play, telling players how to do things, women can go 1, 2 times. Okay, we got it. Let's go. And then you can move on. Well, some guys, you know what, guys are built differently because they're so gifted athletically, they don't worry about the fundamental aspects of the game. And I think that's where women play the game below the rim, so they have to get all those fundamentals at an early age. So now when they become a little older and they start getting a little bit more of the athleticism, then they're able to do both or do things at another level. And so coaching women was fun. I had probably the best woman player to ever play this game, Lisa Leslie.
Really?
And it was a true joy coaching her. And I remember my first time I'm trying to coach them, and I'm trying to go, okay, ladies, let's do this. And I remember her coming up to me and she said, Coop, man, stop treating us this way. Coach us like we're guys. So, okay, guys, let's go. And they loved that. And when I started coaching them like that, I never cursed at them, the MF or anything like that. But you come, damn it, come on, shit, we're better than this, and you say those type of things. But really, you don't have to curse at women. So we got a good understanding for the whole team. And, man, we turned it around. Houston Comets was our other rivalry for the WNBA. Houston Comets had Cynthia Cooper, Tina Thompson, and Cheryl Swoops. They were the Boston Celtics of the WNBA, and they were the Houston Comets, and that was the team that we beat. They won the first 4 championships of the year. 97, the league opened, and they won the first 4, and that was our goal. And we had to become Lakers to defeat them.
Well, yeah, I mean, the next year, the Sparks won the 2001 WNBA championship. Lisa Leslie was named MVP.
Yeah.
And then 2002, they won another championship.
Yeah.
So now you have 7 championship trophies as a player and a coach now.
The best one of those was in 2001 because that was the first time with the first WNBA, a women's professional league, being in the States. Mm-hmm. We won at the same time our counterparts, the Lakers won.
Right.
Kobe then won in 2001. So that was a really, really special year. And that set, because again, Dr. Buss owned the team. His son, Johnny Buss, was the owner of the Sparks. So we just kind of brought it together. But those 2 championships we won were very hard fought, very enjoyable. And it reminded me of the things I went through as a player, of winning the 5 that we were able to win, where I just took that and moved it over to there. And then I understood why Pat Riley used to do the things that he would do for us as a coach. And those are the kind of tricks of the trade that I started learning and implementing with the WNBA. And that's why we were kind of successful there. And now I'm like, okay, Bill Russell, I may not have all 10 of mine in playing, but I got 5 in playing and 2 in coaching, and it's still basketball. So I'm only 3 behind you.
Right. Now, wasn't it in the second final win that Lisa Leslie actually dunked in a WNBA game?
The second season of
that. Yeah,
she was playing.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That was the first woman to actually do that
in a game.
In a game, yeah.
But let me tell you this. During the WNBA off season, a lot of the women have to compensate for their salary money, would go overseas. They'd go play in Russia, China, the leagues over there.
That kind of situation.
Lisa didn't have to do that because she was pretty much did a lot of things during the season or during the off season that she could make some money. So the 2 years that she stayed home, she had 8 months before we started playing again. And that young lady would tell me, Coop, we got to work out. So I said, okay, let's get a workout regimen. So what we started doing is going over before the Lakers would practice. We'd go over there at 8 in the morning. I'd meet her there at 7:30, and we'd have a 8 to 9:30 practice because the Lakers came in at 10. She wanted to know everything about how people would work out. How Magic, Coop, how you guys used to work out. Work me like that. I used to run her. We would do ball handling drills. We'd do a lot of shooting drills. We'd make up competition. And then she would tell me, after we won our first championship, she goes, Coop, we got to do something different. I said, okay, what you want to do, Smooth? You know what? I want to learn the Elijah move. That move where he spin baseline, do like that, and come back out on the side and shoot it. I said, okay. So I started watching that some of our games, and I mean, it was a move. I thought, okay, Elijah, I just thought she wanted the shakes. And man, we perfected that for 2.5 months. we just went through everything. Okay, Smooth, and we would just put it down. And every day we came in there and did something different. And she started getting those moves down. She was so dedicated to her craft is when she became pregnant. We worked out all the way up until her 7th month.
Wow.
And she was 7, as she started showing, we started breaking it down where she just do a lot of shooting, because she wanted to keep her form and stuff like that, no movement. And it was probably 3 weeks, for a month after her daughter, we were back in the gym. So it was such a joy to work with her because she was so professional. And then when the other players came in, then she took that professionalism and started showing that to them in our practices.
Would you say that Lisa Leslie is a better player than Caitlin Clark?
Than Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
Oh, by hands down.
Really?
Yeah. Lisa could dominate the game. I think Lisa, the only player that I can identify Lisa with, Asia Wilson, the girl from the Aces. Caitlin is a flat-out shooter, but Lisa was a great defender, a hell of a rebounder, could shoot the three, and she was probably the last of the back-to-the-basket women's centers in the game, because now the women's game is transitioning to like the men's game, everybody's face up. But Asia Wilson's a good player. But Caitlin Clark, I would say Lisa's better than her. She's taller than her, so she's going to be able to do a little bit more. Lisa, man, was, Lisa was good, very good. So one of the things before we started practicing, he was like, Coop, I want to dunk in the game. I said, Smooth, you want it? So at the end of our practice, we always did at the end when she was tired, she would go, okay, I'm going to try 5 dunks. And she'd get up there, and Lisa had big hands too. And she would get up there and she would always miss it. Right there, it would be right there on the, and so every day we just did that. We ended our practice with her trying to dunk. So I said, and she would do it every now and then. So I said, Smooth, and that's the nickname I gave her. I said, Smooth, the only way this is going to happen is you're just going to have to do it in the game. And she goes, you know what, Coop? I'm like, yeah. So I said, so let's stop doing this just when you get that opportunity in the game. But women aren't like men. A guy only needs like a little opening to go in there and dunk. So she was going to need some time. And man, the time happened. Everything worked out to where she got the ball at half court and nobody was near her. And when she started coming to the goal, I was talking to my sister. I said, she's going to try it. Oh, she's going to try it. And when she went up and dunked, everybody just went crazy. Fans went crazy. I did. I mean, it was a moment.
Do you feel that, you were coaching WNBA a little bit early because now there's a lot more excitement over it. There's more stars and people are getting Nike deals and so forth. Back then, that wasn't happening.
No, I like the point I was in the league because I felt like we put the foundation to that league. We really, really made it enjoyable. Obviously, the crowd, the attendance was better. But you know what? We went to play the Comets. And when they played at the Summit, it was a packed house up there. So going in there, it was the groundwork. And then for us to come on and beat it and playing at the Cryptos then, and when we were winning, you look up and that place was full. So, but it was only certain games and, being a championship team. So, no, I'm glad to be in on the ground floor because I was there with Van Chancellor, Bill Lambier. That was the other time. I had back Pete. He was the second time he broke my three-peat because he was with Detroit Shock,
right?
Who came along like the bad boys and, they was like the bad girls. So we're going for our three-peat and we're playing his team. And they ended up beating us. So, no, I'm glad that I was there to kind of like form this league, to get a good footing. And but to see it now is so enjoyable to see where it's going. And players are only getting better because now they have opportunity to do like guys. Guys, when the season's over with, we can take a little break and then work on our game. But women now don't have to go overseas unless they want to. But they can work on their game and get better. And I'll tell you what, the next phenom that's about to come in the league is going to make you forget about Caitlin Clark, is that girl Juju Watson out of USC.
Okay.
Wait till you see her play.
Okay.
She's like the Michael Jordan.
Really?
Or the Kobe. She's like the Kobe. Obviously, she can't dunk, but she got moves like them, and she got that. She's about 6'2". Good. She got hurt last year, tore up her ACL, but she's gonna be the one. She's gonna make you forget about Caitlin Clark and all these other ones. Juju Watson.